Hi all, welcome to another draft for blackborder.com. I've opened a pack with a rare that I'm not so sure about. It seems pretty good from the pre-release. I played it once or twice, and it seemed not great but good, because clones normally are pretty good in constructed. Sorry, not in constructed, limited. But I read Jeremy Neiman's article today, which would be 3 days ago for you, in which he said it's amazing and you shouldn't have got it fourth pick and all that, so I guess I'll take it. I've never really played with it other than that one time, and I've never played against it, so there's nothing in the pack that kind of screams bomb or anything. There's Divine Offering, which is fine, there's Blister Stick, there's, I guess, Malira's Keeper's a Quarter Paladin, so it's not like I'm taking it over or anything, and yeah, I'll try it out. And a lot of options here. A lot of good cards in this pack. The good cards are Morbid Plunder, Marauder, Wellspring, Master's Call, fine, Blister Stick, Emissary's fine, and that's basically it. Blue-green is not something I like to be in. Still not on the Ica Wellspring craze. It's good. I've been drafting a lot of Triple Besiege. I've done maybe 20, 30 Triple Besiege drafts, and it's pretty good in those, obviously, because you get 3 packs at Rusted Slasher and 3 packs at Wellspring, so you can get some pretty good card advantage decks, and they're a bit of a grind. But from this, I'm going to take Viridian Claw. It's basically a bomb and infect. On an infect guy, it just turns it into an impossible to deal with creature, and it's fine otherwise. The reason Darksteel Axe isn't that good is cost 2 to equip. Costing 1 to equip is really key, so I'm going to take the Claw, because it will go in literally any deck I play. Whereas Wellspring will go in any deck, but will only be good if I have sack outlets. Not a whole lot in this pack compared to the last one. I guess the options would be Messiah, another Master's Call if I want to go with some kind of blue-white aggro. I mean, obviously I'm not in blue necessarily because of that one card, but I think again I'm just going to take the equipment. I really like Living Weapon. I really like Strandwalker in particular, just because I like the defensive decks. Serum Raker is good, but like I said, I'm not necessarily in blue, and it's probably not that much better than Strandwalker anyway, just because Living Weapon is such a powerful mechanic. It's kind of straight up card advantage, and I prefer the defensive guys to the aggressive guys, and Serum Raker is pretty much purely aggressive. So I'm going to take the Strandwalker and keep my options open. And there is the Rusted Slasher I was talking about. But a card I'm not too sure about and kind of want to try out, Still Sabotage. It seems really powerful, but they seem to go around quite late. Because it's still early format, I'm still kind of testing it out. I'm sure most people watching this will be as well, because not that many people went to Paris and therefore didn't test intensively for Pro Tour. So yeah, I'm just going to take Still Sabotage. There are a couple of reasonable cards. Gust Skimmer's fine. Gore Vassal's pretty good, but not amazing. Still Sabotage is just generally solid, and I don't really want to take keeping options open, fine, but Rusted Slasher is not that good unless you get the combos with it. And a couple of good cards again. Geezer's fine, Virulent Wound is fine, Dross Ripper's pretty good. Hill Giants with bonuses are pretty much always good limited. But I think I might actually take the Rager. As much as I like Dross Ripper, I like Rager even more. Anything that's just pure card advantage, that's the kind of card I want in limited. Yeah, it's down to preference really. A lot of people will say this pick's wrong, but I just like Elvish Visionary type effects in limited. If you have a deck that's just all Phyrex and Ragers, your deck is amazing, basically. The same can't be said for Dross Rippers. And there's a Dross Ripper again, but it's also in a pack with Morbid Blunder, Serum Raker, and Gust Skimmer. I think it's safe to say blue and black are open. So we kind of got lucky with colour choice there. I think I'm going to take Morbid Plunder. It looks like I'm drafting some kind of grind-out control deck here. Vivisection's only really good if you have guys that you want to sack, so Oculuses and Living Weapons. I don't have any of those at the moment. I have a Strandwalker and that's it. So yeah, I'm going to take the Morbid Plunder. This card's just pretty powerful. Once you get late game and you've got Morbid Plunders, it's hard to lose. So just keep passing the Serum Rakers, I guess, and the Gust Skimmers and the Dross Rippers. Basically, you'll get more chances at getting just generic guys, but you won't get more chance of getting morbid plunders. And having said that about Viridian Claw, I guess other people don't rate it as highly as me. Because I'm looking to go control, I don't really want another Viridian Claw, so I'm just going to take another morbid plunder here. Like, there's a couple of cards in here that's still pretty good. Like, Master's Claw's still fine, Copper Carapace is fine, but yeah, obviously I'm going to take the morbid plunder. And Virulent Wound is removal. I'm not sure if I want to take Nested Ghoul over it. Like, Nested Ghoul is a pretty good creature. It's just that if I'm going to be in the blue-black deck, I'll have the 5 cost problem where a lot of the cards cost 5. But having said that, I mean, Nested Ghoul's good with Morbid Plunder as well, because it's a guy that's quite likely to die. Yeah, I'll take this. Virulent Wound's good, but I mean, it's not that good if you're not Infect, and I don't plan to be Infect. Brass Squire is also not great, so I'll take the solid guy. And I get a Guscammer anyway. He's decent as a blocker, and he's decent as a 2-drop, so even if I do want to go defensive, he's still fine. I'll still play him. Looks like I rate Morbid Plunder higher than most people as well. Like, I wasn't sure on Morbid Plunder, but having played in all those Triple Besieged, it's a card I want to draft quite highly. But, I mean, maybe the formats are different. I don't know. This is maybe my 3rd draft in this format, so I can't really say for sure. I think rather than hating a Priest of Norn, I'd rather take the 1/4 that might get something cool going. A lot of Time Strikes going around. And I might play this. I might get some Proliferate charge counter theme going. Probably get rid of this Time Strike. But having 12 cards that I'll happily play is kind of rare. I suppose I wouldn't play one of these Morbid Plunders, but I can't hide one of them because Modo isn't very intelligent. If you hide a card, it hides all of them. So if you have 7 of an amazing card and you only want to run 5, you can't hide 2 of them. There's not really much choice here. I quite like Painful Quandary more than most, but it will probably Wheel, and Contagion Clasp is just much better, pretty much. Again, we've got a couple of cards that will be good with Proliferate theme. We've got Infuser and Fuel for the Cause. Looking at the rest of the pack, we might even table this to Instant Infection, like depending on how people are drafting. If there's a lot of white drafters, the Mere Smith, Goldmere and Glinthawk guides will go over it. Also, the Infect player will take Cisbera, might take Nihil Spellbomb, probably won't get it, but I mean, we should at least table a Stoic Rebuttal. But yeah, we're not passing that Contagion Class because it's just generally solid. Slightly annoying. And you know my views on splashing. I don't think one of these red cards is worth taking at this point. Yeah, I'm just looking to be a grind out slow deck, so I'm just rather much take the much rather take the New York Replica, which is just a card I like to have in my decks. Like, I don't plan to splash, and I don't plan to drop one of the colours at this point, so I'll just take that rather than hating something. Perilous Myth, Fume Spitter, both fine. Culling Dace could be interesting with stuff like Phyrex Enrager, Infuser. I don't think I can afford to take it now. Like, it's just not that good with... I mean, it's good with some of my cards, but I just don't have any creatures. Like, if I had a bunch of Oculuses or something, then I would happily take it. But I think at this point, I'd rather just take cards I'll definitely play. But I'm not sure if I want to take Perilous Mate or Fume Spitter. I don't really need Ledomir at this point. Just looking at my pool, I don't have anything that makes me want to take Perilous Mate over Fume Spitter, but I do have Contagion Class, which wants Proliferate, so yeah, I'll take the Fume Spitter. It's slightly better with Morbid Plunder as well, because you can control when it hits the graveyard. Plague Stinger. Not ideal, but it's either that or Clone Shell. and we could get some kind of awkward split deck going. Like, we've got Contagion class, so just one poison counter on their guy is fine. Yeah, I'm going to take Plague Stinger, just for lack of options. I probably won't play it, but I might end up if I get a couple more Plague Stingers. Or indeed, Contagious Nims. Yeah, this draft's not going too well. Nitrogen Sensor's good with the old Infuser, but I really don't want to play Nitrogen Sensor. Like, it's not really worth the combo because it goes against everything my deck wants to do. Yeah, I'm just going to take this purely on the grounds that it's a guy, and I might end up going black-blue, awkward proliferate. And Corpse Care seems to go with that strategy pretty well, so yeah. Better than Tainted Strike, and there's not really much else in the pack anyway. Hold Order's a bit too slow, and I'm not Metalcraft. I might take that Solid Ton. You never know when you're going to pick up an Arbalest, and I don't want to take Plated Sea Striders just yet, even though it is one of the cards I like. I also really like Solid Ton. He's a decent beater. Throne of Geth. Probably don't have anything to go with that. But it's either that or Morak Reaver, so yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it out of lack of choice, really. Kinda wish I had taken that Culling Dace, but Painful Quandary tabled as expected. The other two cards I mentioned did not, also as expected. Vector Aspis. Nah, I won't play it, but I won't play any of the other cards. It's surprising to see a Tel'Jad falling this late. I guess Green Infector's open. Just, yeah, that's good with Infuser. Good with Proliferate, good with Infuser, bad with the rest of the deck, but I might end up playing it. You never know. What do I need now? Contagion Engine would be good. Koth would be good, so redeem the draft. Cerebral Eruption is not either of those, but Skin Render's a pretty good substitute. It's a pretty good pack for me. Like, I'd happily take 3 or 4 of these cards. I wouldn't mind the replica, the not Stinger, Spitter, Scale Skull, Silvermere, but yeah, Skin Render's just far and out the best card in the pack, and there's not really much to be discussed. Darksteel Sentinel kinda would be good, but probably not. I think I'd rather just have a Fume Spitter. Like, I don't really have much late game, which is bad because I'm trying to draft control. But I think I'd rather just have... Like, this card's fine, not great, bad against poison, and sometimes dead. Like, if they have a 1-4, he's kind of dead. Whereas Fume Spitter's good against pretty much every deck. Like, they'll always have targets for it, so yeah, I'll just take this. I don't want to take Steady Progress this early, so... Even though I need late game, I think I need the Fume Spitter more. Kind of annoying, because I really need ways of getting through, like Necrogen Scudder, but I also really need removal, because I don't really have any, so... Grasp of Darkness is the easy pick here. Over Tumble Magnet, because I don't like Tumble Magnet. Too late to switch into white? Yeah, probably. What's Neuroc Replica good with? It's good with Skin Render, it's good with Phyrex and Rager. It's just generally decent in terms of defense. Contagious Nim, like, I'm not really in poison. I'm probably going to be killing with damage. So yeah, there's no real choice here. Disperse, I could take Disperse, but then Neuroc Replica kind of does the same thing, so I'd rather have him. Thrumming Bird. Yeah, I guess I'll take it out of lack of options again. I suppose I could take Bleak Covent Vampires. Let's see what Thrumming Bird's good with. Placing that I might not play. Contagion Clasp, kind of. Double Fume Spitter, kind of. Golem Foundry, that I probably won't play. Yeah, I really don't want Throwing Bird. But then my 5-drop slot's kind of crowded. Like, I'll probably play all of these. Maybe not Soliton, but I'd definitely play the others. I really like Painful Quandary. So I don't think I'll need Bleak Coven. Yeah, I'll take Throbbing Bird just in case. Because I really don't want to play Bleak Coven at the moment. And I can't think of anything that will change that. Having said that, this is like classic train wreck draft. I can't really take Icklomere at this point, even though I would like to. I think I just need to keep going with the kind of slow grind out control deck and take the Sea Strider. No more 1/4s from this point though. Hopefully the first Sea Strider won't table so I don't look like an idiot. Inexorable Tide, no. I'd rather have the counters. I've got more Proliferate than I need at the moment, so I'll just take the generally solid card. This card's generally solid too. Lumen Grid Drake's not great. So yeah, I'll take that. The other Fume Spitter. I think at this point I'd actually rather have Scrap Diver, just as a dinosaur, a way to punch through. I don't really need the other Fume Spitter because I'm not likely to die in the early game with all the 1/4s and Fume Spitters I already have. No Sea Strider. Wait, it didn't tail. I don't know if it was this pack actually. No, it can't have been because people wouldn't take it over Soliton and Bonds. I don't really need a second Soliton. If someone's got Arbalest, they would have taken it the first time round, so we can safely pass it and take this Bonds that we probably won't play but might board in against dinosaurs. This card's fine. Ooh, Golem Foundry. Might actually play that. You never know. Let's get building. Don't know how many Morbid Plunders I'll play because I don't have that many creatures, but I'll put 2 in for now. Might end up cutting one of those. Go around and add the obvious cards. I guess I'll add Infuser for now. Can always take it out. Hmm, 22. Not sure if I because if I cut Infuser, I'll have 3 cards to add, I guess. But if I add these 2, I mean that would give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 artifacts. No, that's nowhere near enough, even with Infuser. But at this point, Infuser's just completely dead in terms of his ability, so I might as well cut him. That's slightly annoying. So let's look at the options here. Like, I guess I'll lay out the kind of core of the deck. I suppose that's not necessarily in the deck. Yeah, so these are the cards I'm definitely playing. Like, Viridian Claw's not great, but it's fine with all these 1/4s because it turns them into guys that actually kill stuff. It's also pretty good on... it's not actually that good on Nested Ghoul. It kind of gets rid of his ability, but 5 power first strike is fine. So yeah, once we've got this core of the deck, one of the options would be just these 3 cards to make it 23, these ones. Another would be to just add a couple of mediocre cards like Bonds of Quicksilver, Fuel for the Cause, Thrumming Bird, probably not. I suppose Thrumming Bird would be fine with Fume Spitters and stuff. I suppose Thrumming Bird would also go in the Golem Foundry plan, so we'd have to cut something like Flight Spellbomb, just because it's mainly just a cantrip at the moment. Don't really want to play that though. Like, I suppose we could max out on the Proliferate theme, but what would we cut if that were the case? We'd cut maybe this because it's not our main win plan. We'd add 1. Can't get rid of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'd want Fuel for the Cause as well, so we'd have to cut another card. Painful Quandary probably, because again we're not winning with damage anymore. Well, I suppose we are winning with damage, but not in a traditional way with golems. No, I really don't like this deck. It's too reliant on the Proliferate stuff, so I might leave a few of the cores in though, just because it's a counter spell, which is never bad. My touchpad's getting a bit awkward. Payable Quandary goes back in. Leave the Vidal Confuser out this time. So what can I add at this point? I suppose the second Morbid Plunder comes back in, even though I've only got 11 creatures. I've got a lot of stuff that's good. Well, I've got Skin Render, Double Fume Spitter. I suppose it's fine with Rager and Replica as well. So at this point that's 22 cards. I could actually just stop there and play 18 lands. I don't have any Mana Mere, and I have decent late game. I've got Phyrex and Rager draws a card. Instill Infection draws a card. Other than that, my card's fairly low, and like I don't really need 18 lands for anything. Yeah, I think I'd rather just play Bonds, just as a bad removal spell. Like I wouldn't normally play Bonds, but I think in this deck it's fine. Just because I need all the removal I can get. So yeah, I'm happy with this build. Let me know if you'd suggest anything different. Add some lands and submit, I guess. 10 swamps, 7 islands. No, I don't like that. It's saying that because I've got Morbid Plunders, but they're fine late game, so I would rather have the Cryptoplasm and the Sea Strider down early. So I think I'd rather go 9 island, 8 swamp. Yeah, that seems better. So do that and submit and see you for round 1.